Hello and welcome back. Steel Pinnings here once again, and today I have for you a very different and special lock. Alright, let's pan down, and it is the Medeco partnered with Assa-Abloy, and this is the M2B here, M2B here. This wide keyway is the BiLevel, which is different than the BiAxal everyone is typically familiar with when it comes to the Medecos. This one is cut on a BiAxal key and was pinned up to it. So the key is cut with the angles, yet doesn't need them, as the pins inside, I don't know if you can see, let's see if we can get a light down there, are just standard round tip pins. Okay, so I'll show you the special part of this one is on the other side, and that is those two little marks. And as you can see, they're mill outs of the key, and when it goes in, they grab and push kind of like a pagoda would, and it pushes a springed bottom in the core, which actuates two markers into the sidebar and actuates the sidebar. So it does have a sidebar, but the BiAxal is going to be much more secure, as you rotate each pin to interact with the sidebar, not really a bottom slide bar or typical of a check pin, kind of like in the Everest. But I thought we'd see if we can get it on video. I'm not very good at picking these with any kind of regularity at all. I really just learned how they actually work. Pardon me, I've got another cold and it's been kicking my butt. But I took a piece of music wire, and it keeps wanting to focus on that key. There we go. Hello, there's the finger focus. There you go. Okay, so I made this one to work it much tighter. And let me go ahead and give it a little tappy. Tap it into place there so it don't move out. I think we're going to go left with it. I'm going to use the DeForce diamond in 23 thousandths from the Praxis set. And the way I got it before was to turn it over, reach in, try and feel my way to the back. And I'm doing this through the camera screen, so it's really different. But kind of give it a play with and see if we can get one to bind and pick to set. And then we just kind of play around with them until we get them all to set. And we're going to know it because there's some spools in here. I'm going to see, I already have a few, but we're going to go right with it and see if that helps. That's a good one. That was one. There we go, dropped into a tiny false set. Now I'm going to try that little check pin down at the bottom down here and see if that... There we go. Now I'm dropped into a deep false set, and I know that there's a deep spool in here because I put it in there thinking I'm going to be evil to myself because it's a 6-pin lock, but it's only pinned to 5 because the back pin wasn't in place. So it wasn't active. It had no top pin or spring. And I just gotta find which one has it, right? There we go. And we got it open. And we'll try and come back out now. And we will try and get it out here and gutted for everyone. There's my bird, dogs. Everybody tried to get in on it now, I guess, because started filming, of course, right? So we're going to take this thing apart, and I'm going to show you what's inside. Makes it work so evilly, really. Like I said, I've been in it to clean it to make it work right again, and it works great now. The tolerances in it are Medeco tolerances. They are excellent, to put it lightly. Excellent. And with that, those excellent tolerances comes difficult picks. So let's get in here, and sidebar is on the other side, on the bottom here. And you can see it there, but on the very bottom of it you'll see another tiny little bar, and that little bar right there is that bottom check bar. So I'm going to hold the side pin and the check bar in place and pull it all the rest of the way out, and that makes our key pins here. And as you can see, they don't interact with the sidebar at all. What interacts with the sidebar is on the bottom. Let's see, get the key here, and you'll see all the pins work and fall into place. And it also, let's go ahead and use the key. I don't think it's going to hold it. Alright, I don't think it's going to hold the little sidebar deal in the bottom. As you can see, that's the sidebar. And see if I can cover those. There's the little check pin bar. Come on, focus. There we go. And that little check pin, with it in, the sidebar works. With it out, the sidebar will not work. And what pushes it in is the key. That little part right there. So let's go ahead and take it apart and dump these pins out. So 3, 4, 5. Out of there, number 5. There we go. 4. 3. Where'd you go? There you go. 2. And 1. And then we will take the sidebar out. And get that sidebar spring out of there. And this one here, because I would just hate to lose them. And this be the sidebar. Well, I'll do better close-ups of it. And of course, on the bottom side is going to be that bottom check pin. Sorry. There. And when the key goes in, the bottom of the key pushes on it. Well, it doesn't push it up. pushes it back. Like that. And when it does, it engages those. Come on and focus, you Peter Schmidt. It engages those two little prongs into the sidebar. There we go. So that's the plug. Get it there. And then we'll go up top side and I'll show you what's up there. Number one is a steel spring with a pin with a steel spring. Two is a mushroom spool, steel spring. 3 is a heavy duty spool with a steel spring. Down there. There you go. 4 is another mushroom spool. Alright guys, sorry about that. The stupid camera overheated. I don't know what else to say about that. That's dumb. Anyway, this is the bottom piece of the BiLevel here. It slides forward like this without popping up because it's in a case or in a sleeve. Anyhow, let's see if we can hold it like that. So it slides forward like that. And when it goes forward, down inside of here are the two little prongs that it has. And they interact right there with those two little prongs. And they're off when it's slid back, or when it's forward. And when it's slid back, they fall into place. And when they fall into place, the sidebar can go down. It's very simple sidebar actuation, just in a very different format for Medeco. And they definitely increased everything whenever they went with the individual little lines cut out for each key pin. So that is the Medeco Assa-Abloy BiLevel. Let me get in on these pins here and get you a closer look at them. And the bottom key pins are serrated and are steel. At least the first one is. And then the rest are all standard. And up top, we have a steel, mushroom, a spool, a mushroom, and a standard. And all steel springs, and sidebar, and the other bottom bar, if you want to call it, there. Alright, so that is the BiLevel from Medeco. I thank y'all so very much for joining me. Y'all please stay safe. Always stay legit. If you like this video and like what I do here, hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And until we meet again, peace.